Alright folks, Pitching Ace Idiot, we are back. Playing Criminal Case on Facebook. We are headed on to case number 29. Let's head over there. And we kind of had a theory about who was going to die. Ace, I can't believe we're finally going to put Vittorio on trial for his crooked land grab scheme. I thought we'd never be able to get him. He's been evicting farmers all over Coyote Gorge, stealing their lands and reselling them for a fortune to the railroad company, claiming this is all done legally. Yeah, but thanks to Vinny Costa feeling remorse for accidentally killing one such farmer on Vittorio orders, we've now got a prime witness ready to testify against Capecci. And he's been offered an early release for his testimony, which means we've had to keep him safe in Providence Town, where the trial will be held. But with Rose standing guarded, there's nothing to fear. I hope you're right, Ace. It's almost time. Let's go meet Vinny at Fat Chance Saloon and escort him to the trial. Yep, sorry, Vinny. Knew you weren't long for this world when that happened. Poor guy. But if Rose was taking a look... Yep. Sorry, Vinny. Ah. Hey, good morning, Lucy. Yeah. I mean, Vinny was our key witness, but it kind of had an idea that he wasn't going to live. Oh, sweet mother of pearl, Ace. That's Vinny Costa there in the bathtub. But he's dead. How could this have happened? And where's Rose? She was supposed to be guarding him, not leaving him alone to get his throat slashed. Ace, you're here. I just went to fetch you. Vinny was in the bath when I heard an explosion outside. I went to see what it was, but when I returned, he was dead. Someone must have set a diversion to get you away from the room. It's a catastrophe, Ace. Vinny was our sole witness against Vittorio. Without him, we've got no case. Rose, we're going to need to speak with you to get all the details of what happened. And Ace, we'll need any clues we can find to get Vinny's killer, like that matchbook. There's a message on it. You're in hot water now. Given the fact Vinny was killed while in the bath, this sounds like a most appropriate threat. Fingerprints on the matchbook could help us, but we'll need to dust them for a clean sample. Ace, someone got word Vinny was in our custody and silenced him before the trial. No doubt on Vittorio Capecci's order. We must find him before they slip out of town for good. Oh man, Rose is a suspect. Alright guys, I gotta grab a bunch of stars. I'll be right back. This has been Pitching Ace Idiot. Au revoir. Alright folks, Pitching Ace Idiot, we are back. Let's ask Rose and interrogate her a little bit. Ace, I only ever left Vinny's side to use the toilet, and I lock the door every time. You also mentioned an explosion out in the street. Yes, just a short while ago I ran outside to see what it was, making sure to lock the door behind me. But when I got outside, there was no one there. The explosion was a distraction. So I ran back to Vinny's room. The door was still locked. However, when I came in, I saw Vinny lying there, dead. Ace, I'm so sorry. How could I fall for this trick? Well, there's no one doing this. What's been done. I'm sorry, but you'll need to return to the airship, Rose. We've no choice but to treat you like a suspect. I understand, Ace, but don't hesitate to ask me for any help. So, Mate, thanks for stopping by. Alright, so what do we got? We got fingerprints on this. Ace, now that we have clean fingerprints from the matchbook, we can search our archives for a match and hopefully find the person who threatened Vinny. Ace, the fingerprints on the thread are a match for a man by the name of Alberto Al Salucini. Al Salucini is the owner of the saloon where we were keeping Vinny. So instead of making sure Vinny would be kept safe, Mr. Salucini left a thread in his room. Let's go talk to him, Ace. You know what he looks like? He looks exactly like the guy in Deadwood. Oh, was Swearinger. Oh my gosh, 100% he is Swearinger, for sure. 100%. Google Swearinger, Deadwood, exact. That's the guy who they were going for. Mr. Salucini, your establishment was supposed to be a safe place for Mr. Costa, but you neglected to inform Chief Wright of your own grudge against the victim. What did you mean by saying that he was in hot water? Well, then he was in the trouble with the law now, wasn't he? I thought I'd drop him a message in appreciation of this predicament, left it on his food tray. Well, it could be considered an idle threat if Mr. Costa hadn't been then found murdered in his room. Well, that's supposed to make me nervous, lady? This is Coyote Gorge. You can't take a leak without whizzing on a dead body. Anyway, if it'll help suit your race, you're free to search the saloon bar downstairs. The killer must have gone through there. You might find some clues, or at the very least, a tempting beverage. Nah, he's Swearinger for sure. Swearinger for sure. I'll show you guys a picture on the live stream. And you guys are going to be like, wow, you're right. Nice. Getting closer to 500, level 500. Ace, we know the killer had to have come through here on their way to and from the murder. They must have left a clue in their passing. You're right, that ornate case seems rather out of place here. If you can crack that lock, we'll have a look inside. As I'm determined as you are to catch our culprit, but I don't think we'll find much in this platoon. All that spit and tobacco, I can't stomach searching through that thing. I'll let you handle it, Ace. Yeah, no problem. I'll do it. Ace, I admit you're bolder than I am for sipping through that foulness. However, your daring has paid off without some sort of charm in this platoon. The charm is covered in blood, perhaps the victim's blood. Could this belong to our killer? We must send it to Viola straight away. What have we here? Keen observation, Ace. The ring inside the case does look familiar to one we've seen before. You're right, this ring looks exactly like Vittorio Capecci's ring, only this has the initials FC on it. FC is in Franca Capecci, Vittorio's wife, who we met in Devil's Ridge. Vittorio might not be here, but his wife certainly is. With Mr. Costa murdered the next day to testify against her husband, this was Mrs. Capecci at the top of her suspect list. Let's go speak with her at once. Mrs. Capecci, we meet again. Why are you here? Where is Vittorio? Mamma mia, you people again. I can't throw macaroni away without you showing up. I don't know where is Vittorio. I'm his wife, not his mother. Maybe he's on vacation. He has been a little stressato these days. I hardly believe Vittorio is vacationing, knowing Mr. Costa was about to testify against him. Well, that is, until Mr. Costa was murdered, which makes your presence here very coincidental. Vinny was murdered, Dio mio! I heard about this ridiculous trial, so of course I came to support Vittorio. But now Vinny is dead and Vittorio's disappeared, and I'll have to deal with this. It's always like that with my man, and so portable. What's up, Leo the Hedgehog? Alright guys, let's speed up some of this stuff. Thanks for the people that have donated a little bit. It's been nice. Can, speed up a little bit faster. Ace, as always, your instincts were flawless. The blood on that charm you found on this was indeed the victim. The charm you found is actually a watch, fob, a chain, or a short leather strap onto which you attach a pocket watch in order to secure them to a closing. This particular fob is the famous trick writer himself, Buffalo Bill. It's a souvenir from his show. Ah, I've seen the show. They do the most amazing antics on horseback while shooting their guns. They do indeed. It's all part of Buffalo Bill's Eastern Rodeo show, and it's quite the sight. A sight your killer seems to be fond of as well. Ah, so our killer is a fan of Buffalo Bill's show. No trick writing in the world can stop Ace from catching them. Ace, did you know that cowboys like to bathe with their hats and boots on? They need to be ready to run at a moment's notice. Interesting. That explains why the victim seemed to dress or undress, but I doubt his bathing habits could tell us anything about this murder. Well, I did get a very clean corpse, except for all the blood from his gouged throat. The wound indicates that the killer used a jagged implement to slash Vinny's throat. Being that he was sheltered in a saloon, my guess is that it was a broken bottle. Furthermore, on his otherwise clean hair, I found traces of whiskey and orange pulp. Whiskey and orange pulp, I know what that makes. Whiskey punch. And how I love one right about now. The killer must have pulled Vinny's head back in order to cut his throat, therefore transferring the whiskey punch onto the victim's hair. Well, this means, despite the prohibition, our killer drinks whiskey punch. Ace, your murder conviction will certainly pack a punch the killer won't see coming. I agree. Ace, we came to this part of Concordia to put Vittorio on trial for the stealing land away from the population, only to resell it for a fortune to the railroad company. Vinny was ready to testify against him, but our efforts to keep Vinny safe by hiding in the saloon before the trial proved futile. He was nearly beheaded in his bath. Vinny's timely murder is too coincidental for it to be pure luck. Vittorio must be behind this. To make things worse, we've had to add Rose to the list of suspects, even though it's obvious the killer set up a diversion to get her away from the room long enough to strike. And although no one's seen neither hide nor hair of Vittorio, his wife Franca is in town. Could he have sent her to do his dirty work for him? And finally, there's Mr. Salucci, the saloon owner. He seemed to take pleasure in Vinny's unfortunate predicament. Perhaps he terminated Mr. Costa's saloon stay for good. Hey, something strange is going in town. The townspeople are packing up and moving out. Oh, brother, not again. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in Chapter 2. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.